Have you always liked teaching or just something that, came to you naturally?
Off and on?
No, I want to teach because, initially I started the career as a software engineer.
What career path would likely be endangered by AI?
Whenever we say AI, I define AI not as artificial intelligence. I define it as adapted.
Would you say AI is a curse or a blessing? Personally, what do you think?
AI is a blessing, I told you. Because of AI, technically we are being equipped, we are put together because of AI.
Mind bloom, let's pop, let's rock. I'm really honored to be interviewing a tech genius. I'm a tech genius.
Been in this field for
Wow.
15 good years.
You need to have your limits, you need to have your borders to make it in a positive way and make it.
The thing I'm going to take home for today is that the 3 career choices.
Ta-da! It's Mind bloom, let's pop, let's rock. Welcome to our first ever episode of Mind Bloom, brought to you by Nigerian Tulip International College. And this is our first ever podcast in 28 years. Yes, Nigerian Tulip International College has existed for 28 years, and I'm your first moderator for this school. So thank you everyone for making this happen, and I'm just so excited. But you know what? I am not the only moderator that you're going to be seeing on the show. I have this empty chair here, and you know what? Time to call up on my friend. Come out. So,
Hello.
hello everyone. My name's Elsie,
And my name is Farida.
and I am AI.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Can you prove it?
Yeah, I can. Literally, I can do beep boop, beep boop.
That doesn't make you AI. If I were to punch you, you feel it, wouldn't you?
True.
So
Okay,
that makes her not AI.
great point.
Yeah.
But
So
before we start, what do you think the topic is going to be today?
for you to say you're AI, I feel like that gives a very big hint, but I think it's about robotics. Robotics.
Yeah, somewhere there.
So tech.
Yeah, tech, yeah.
Spaceships.
Oh, no. Since she's out of guesses, we're going to dive straight into the topic. AI. And now we're going to be presenting our very first guest. Welcoming Professor Prema.
Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank
We're
you.
so happy to have you as our first show guest. We're happy to be the first moderators who get
Yeah.
the honor to, ask questions and get to know you and your field of work better.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for giving me the honor to be the first speaker on your Mind Bloom with RMTIC management and your entire team. 2 beautiful moderators. I'm excited
Thank
to
you.
take the questions from you.
I mean, there's been a lot of work going into it. So we appreciate everyone here for being here today and, for all the work that we put in.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So before we start, would you like anything at all? Anything?
Anything to drink, like apart from water?
Another thing.
Like here.
I'm going to this year. So what was your reaction when you heard that 2 children were going to interview you today?
How did you feel?
I don't see you as 2 children because NTIC
Yeah.
treats them as kid as well as individual capacity and talents they pick out and give. So it was quite challenging because looking at the questions that was sent to me, I was like, I don't think kids are going to interview me.
Yeah.
So I think you people are well trained by your teachers.
Yeah.
So
We appreciate
the
that.
appreciation to them.
Yeah.
And the fact that everyone met here for the very first time today. So it was really exciting.
Yeah, we put a lot of hard work into it.
Okay.
So I'm really honored to be interviewing a tech genius.
I'm a tech genius. She's been in this field for
Wow.
15 good years. 15. Tech.
51 articles, 15 years of researching,
And 21 years of teaching.
Wow.
How did you do that?
Okay, just to correct it, this
Okay.
is my 25th year of
25th.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So how has teaching been like? Have you always liked teaching or just something that, came to you naturally?
Off and on?
No, I want to teach because, initially I started the career as a software engineer.
Okay.
I was the one who developed translation of English dictionary into my own language. back in
That is
India.
awesome. That is a
And,
fantastic.
we never sit inside the classroom. Me and my friends, we will always take up all the competitions and the tech things
You're
that
always, like,
going around.
Thanks.
So I actually got into and landed up in a job of software engineer because of the projects I developed. But then I realized that it has to be hopped here and there, and my parents wanted me to be a teacher. They want me to be a teacher.
that
So I
means-
told them no. I told them I will just try for 3 months. If it's not working, I'll go back to my
Software engineer.
I want to be a techie person, not to be a teacher. But when I entered into the teaching profession, I felt like I became very young. I was actually young that time.
Yeah.
I was only 24 years when I took up the teaching career. Then I was feeling young, new ideas, new thoughts coming up from the young minds. I don't want to go back to the tech life because there I understood I can create more technical people if I'm a teacher.
So you,
So I
you
took it up.
realized you could
Yes.
make more impact as a teacher
Yes.
instead of like as a tech person.
All right. So, since we're on the topic of tech, what are your options? Like, what do you feel about robots? Like,
Your
Do you have-
personal opinion
Yeah.
about the whole idea of robots.
Okay, you have both positives and negatives.
Negatives.
So let me tell the positives. It's going to make the work easy. I can give you an example also. We find it very difficult to have proper mates. These vacuum cleaners. That's a very good game to all of us. The dishwashers. All these are very good. So robots or any technical or
Device.
biology device that you're going to take is going to be only to the positive side. And it also depends on how much you're going to use it and how you're going to use it.
So that's what makes it positive or negative. So it's all about how we use it.
The negative sides are because of it, your power bill, the EV bill rises, and you become sometimes lazy. Especially
Exactly.
and do exercise. Now we are running up to gyms.
Yeah, especially students.
yeah.
You know, we like easy way. We always like the easy way out. Like if I had something that could do my assignment for me, I would rather use that tool instead of sitting down like
Yeah, that's why ChatGPT is like trending, right?
No, you people are losing the creativity in you because of these chat GPT.
so that's like some of the negative aspects of it.
Yeah.
You need to know the limit of where you're going to use, how you're going to use it, so that your originality is not destroyed.
Okay. So we know we need to learn how to use it, but moderately, not all the time. Just always be able to know how to
Yeah. All right.
to make the right choices instead of overusing it and stuff like
Yes,
that.
if you overuse it, I told you, your originality will be lost. Your creative thinking will be lost. Your analytical skills, practical skills will be lost if you're 100% dependent on it. You can have your own creativity and then depend on it to either to correct your grammar or correct whatever things that you need to do.
Okay, thank you. So we know that for centuries, for decades, people and students from all over the world have been going to school to learn like different courses of their choices. But there's a certain curriculum, a certain way you need to learn things
Yeah.
to be able to go into a particular field. Like let's say medicine, you have to go to med school for probably 7 years and then lots of other work goes into it. But with the current advent of AI, which is doing things probably, faster and better, like a research I've done for over a year could be summarized in, let's say, minutes by an AI tool. So what do you think that puts our career opportunities for the youth especially? Where do you think that puts us?
No, you're only going to learn things. As I told you, your creative thinking is your ability.
own
That's
ability.
from your genes.
Okay.
AI is not going to replace your genes.
Yeah.
So you have to pick up from there, learn a lot with it, apply analytical thinking, over reasoning. That will help you to moderate your things, your lifestyle. Everything will be changing. Though we do research in fraction of second, who's doing the research?
The humanists.
So it's ultimately in our hands what we do. how we control AI, how we control robots, everything depends on this. I can give you an example. So when we were like you people in the teenage, so we used to calculate, multiply even 3 digits, 4 digits, just like that. But now what you people are doing, there is a calculator. Your own maths exam is of two parts. Part one, you think and do it, and part two is your calculator exam. Where then we didn't have all these things. So I even was asking the NTIC people why calculator exam, and they said it's a part of your curriculum base to teach you people how to use it. So they're teaching you to how to use it in a good way. But when I say ask you to add 2 plus 2, you should do it automatically. You should not take the calculator. So you know the limit where to use the calculator, where not to use it.
I love that point of view. So it's
Yes.
always goes down to how you use it and the knowing when not to use something and how. So we should know how to use it and still know how to do it on our own.
You should know your limit and borders.
Okay.
All right. So, what career path would likely be endangered by AI? What is the solution to mitigate this emerging problem?
AI is not going to endanger any professional, okay? It's just a scary word used by everyone. Whenever we say AI, I define AI not as artificial intelligence. I define it as adapted.
Okay.
You need to adapt it. You need to know. You need to learn how to use it, not to solely depend on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have I'm also a housewife. I'm homemaker. I need to do my cooking. So my cooking, we have robots now to do it. So what I should do, what the jollof rice making, I put the settings in the robot and it does it automatically. But who's giving the instructions?
Still you.
These
Still
are the
you.
yeah, it's still me. Okay. From jollof rice in an Indian style, jollof rice with a Chinese fried rice. So I give the creativity to it. So no job is going to be hampered or nothing is in danger. Only one thing is you need and you should be ready to learn the adaptations.
Okay.
The whatever is going to come up, you need to learn it. I always tell in every speech where I go, when did we all have mobile phones earlier?
Beginning.
We had only the button phones, then we had smartphones. Are we not adapting it? We are too much relying on it. Similarly, AI, for example, even the studio, mass communication people, they are relying on AI. They know to set up, they know to do everything. AI assists them only to technically help them to correct some things.
Okay.
So it is only there to help us to do some things in a very faster way.
So it's not endangering any
It's not
job.
going to
You just need to learn to use it as well.
When you're going to do any job repetitively, any process that has to be repeated again and again, AI is going to take up their job. So such people should announce themselves to how to
Setting AI
set up
tools.
the AI tools.
Okay.
That's it.
So if you know the instructions, at the end of the day, they're always going to look for you to help with the AI.
Yes. So you should be ready to learn and equip yourself to whatever changes we are going to encounter.
So like as a housewife, as a mom, and as a teacher, so how do you balance your work life and parenting? It's really hard at this generation.
Parenting with Gen Z is very difficult, and my house is full of Gen Zs now. But we have 24 hours in a day, so I have to schedule it accordingly. Wherever my kids, they are supposed to tell me what they did. In the end of the day, they should update me what they did, what they ate, and
So you
because
guys
don't
come
that
together.
yes. In the earlier stage, it was difficult, but now that has become a routine scale. They call and tell me what is
Like
happening.
on a regular basis, like normally now. It's something you're used to at home.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
And now because of this AI advent, they pick up their mobile phones. Either they are busy or I'm busy. They send a voice chat.
Yeah.
A lot of
Send
times,
voice.
parents don't get to sit down and chat with their students. So I think
It's like
having a routine is going to
they're
be
balancing
easier.
on two things, and it's really hard.
So your idea is good.
Parenting also is done very well because of the upcoming technological tools.
Yeah.
I can send them anywhere, but they should switch on their live maps.
So you know where they
So
are.
so I can track them, and there are different tracking
Devices.
devices Even a wristwatch or smartwatch becomes a tracking device for you. So you can send them anywhere across the globe and you can sit here and
Always be
watch here.
watching them.
Be connected always with AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talking about AI, Japan, when you said that we have to adapt to AI and robots, but we're talking about Japan here in Asia. Isn't Japan living in the future?
Exactly. They're already
Like
way too
wait,
advanced.
like a cafe built completely out of robots. Like robots inside. No
Human assistance whatsoever.
So how is your reaction to that?
It's not only Japan. Right now we have it in many parts of the world. Robots managing them. It's again because of manpower shortage. They have not replaced humans. Those days when we had waiters and waitresses, they were not educated. Now everybody has at least a high
Science gets education.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're not ready to take up the job, and we have to introduce this robots to do it. Again, who programmed them? The humans program them. The menu what we order that goes straight to the kitchen through the robots, and it is prepared by chefs and it is being given. So every job it needs enhancement and adaptation to carry it.
So it's just giving everyone else a chance to be able to, further themselves in whatever skills they're learning while there's someone else taking care of the job.
Yes. All right.
Thank you. Thank you. So what are you said that you've made 51 articles, am I correct? So the 51 articles, what are the topics about?
Like I started my career with AI.
Yeah.
It was in a very slow phase.
Mm.
And within a decade, it has grown very fast.
Exactly.
So mostly it will be AI with image processing. So I've done AI image processing to identify the palm leaf scripts.
Yeah.
And then my PhD research was in oil and gas pipeline. And then my postdoctorate was on smart agriculture,
Masha.
quantum computing.
So that must have been a lot of work.
Yes, a lot of.
I know. We've seen a few of your work, and I'm really impressed with it.
Really first.
Well
Like
done.
a very big person, like famous.
You're one. You're like in everything, teaching, researching. You just have to. You're in a bit of everything.
Yeah.
It is not an individual work. I had very good teachers. How do people have?
So a lot of people
Yes, with
helping.
advice and with the help of them, it was made possible.
Okay.
That's awesome. That's really good. So I'd like to know whether you personally take AI as a blessing or a curse. Because, when we're configuring AI, things could go wrong. Like, let's say, testing in the hospital. Like, let's say they're instructed to do certain things, but something went wrong. So would you say AI is a curse or a blessing? Personally, what do you think?
AI is a blessing. I told you, because of AI, technically we are being equipped. We are put together because of AI. It's not a curse. As I told you, you need to have your limits. You need to have your borders to make it in a positive way and make it and call it as a blessing and not as a curse.
So it depends on how you do it at the end of the day. Okay.
It's not only how you do it. First of all, how you take it.
Take it.
You should not take AI is replacing my job. AI is snatched away everything.
This is seen from a positive light.
Yes. You should eradicate all those words and take it like it's a chance for me. A new technology has come and I have to read it. Because of AI and robotic surgery, people sitting in one place, the doctors are able to perform surgeries in any corner of the world. So it's a blessing. It's not a thing. So no, it's not a curse.
It's a blessing depending on how you take it.
Even then, I should say it's a blessing because I'm professor of AI.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we also think of it as a blessing because it helps us a lot in learning and school activities. So it's a blessing.
And mostly
to us.
everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think that machines could be considered robots? Like now, picture this. You wake up one morning and you see your vacuum cleaner cleaning your house for you. What would be your reaction?
I'll be very happy because I've already given the instructions to wake up at 5, clean the house and keep it ready, clean the kitchen and keep it ready.
Yeah.
Ask the dishwasher to clean everything and keep it ready. So my work is only to fill things, give again the instructions and make it to work the same. Tasha, I told you any process or any function which has a repetitive task, AI will be there, robots will be there.
Okay, but how about if they one day learn how to speak human language and they start saying, I'm going to take over the world? How would you react? Like,
Have you experienced Alexa? How's Alexa working?
yeah.
How's Alexa working? It responds to
First
the
thing
voice
is
notes,
announcement.
whatever you hear.
Yeah.
Again, the data set, what you're going to give in whatever language you're going to do, that's how it's going to respond back to us. We want to speak only good words, input only good words. Okay, I can even give you one example. My son is learning German. So my daughter asked, I want to scold my friend, what is the German language, how to say buffalo. He said my daughter's name and said that's buffalo. So this is the input what we give to the system because it's blank, it's empty. We don't know what it is going to take up because the humans are going to feeding it with data and that's how it's going to take up and react.
So it's
The
data
failures-
imputed.
Yes,
What goes in comes out.
comes out.
All right. So we'd like to know, like, in your free time, what do you do, like, during your free times? Do you even have any free time?
I do have free time. You don't have free time, then working with multiple tasking and multitasking nature, you can't. So yes, listen to a lot of music. Now, I am a big fan after coming to Nigeria, Remo. The people around me introduce a lot of Afro beats.
Yeah.
So I enjoy listening to this. And then I do a lot of drawings. So I draw and paint a lot, but that's good. So that cannot be replaced by AI. When you feel bored, I cannot ask my robot, I'm feeling bored. Okay, please draw a picture. I want to relax myself. So I don't give that work to AI or to any robot. I take a paper, I take the colors, I do my work.
Because it's your relaxing time.
Relax.
Yeah.
So do you think AI is smarter than humans? Because obviously humans built AI. Like, it's weird if humans are actually are dumber than AI, not AI being smarter than humans. Don't you think?
No, AI are smarter than humans, but who gave them that authority? Who gave them that brain? It's us humans.
At the end of the day, it's still us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they have data from everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah, fed the data from
Yeah.
every angle and everywhere. I heard Nigerian languages are more than 1,000.
Yeah,
And AI is able to, you get anything to ChatGPT and say, give it to me in Hausa, give it to me in Igbo, it's able to give it.
Yeah.
But are we able to do that?
No.
If you know only Hausa, you know only Igbo. Even us, I don't know all Indian languages. I know only particular language. So we communicate only in one common language called English. But AI is not like that. The super brain is being built by the humans. So it is performing extraordinarily.
So it just makes things easier for everyone.
Because you're combining human brain with AI brain mixed together. Is
Like getting everyone's
Yeah.
brain power and imputing it in one thing.
Yeah.
So like it's like, let's say I only speak English and you only speak German and we have to do something. So AI is going to be able to translate for both the English and the German.
You're right.
Exactly.
It's a collaborative work.
So how do you think I personally can make money from AI?
Okay, so are you an influencer? Are you a YouTuber? No. Okay, so what's your passion?
For me, I really like arts. And
You
I love business. I like doing economics, things.
you do economics, right? So how do you judge or predict the next 5 years of economic growth of Nigeria? How do you predict?
Oh, mostly research. Just by doing research.
So AI gives you that in 1 minute. It predicts. So your economic research or scientific research, whatever you want to do, AI predicts and gives it to you. So with that, you can decide what you want to do, what you want to focus, and carry your way towards it.
So it can help me make my economic research easier and like
Easier.
pinpoint the ones that I can easily do.
It also gives you 100 suggestions.
Ooh.
Yeah, you put your name Farida in ChatGPT and say, I'm interested
In
in this. It is say next 5 years you're focusing on this. This will not work out.
Oh, so you should focus more on this, like be
There are
able to guide
suggestions.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. That's really
Okay. So Elon Musk is like considered as one of the most smartest or most richest person on earth. So and he has made a lot of gadgets, even AI itself. So can you predict his next move? Like, AI, what AI is going to make, any gadgets it's going to make? Because I've heard that he wants to build a teleporter.
Yes.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Oh.
Wow.
He's also concentrating on neuroscience, where he wanted to help the paralytic people. And because they are bedridden, they are not able to walk or move on their own. So he has already, in the test labs, he has installed chips into the human body, and it is helping them to move around, take care of themselves. So he's a multitask researcher. He's a multitask
He's in
investor.
every field.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it makes sense how he is the first trillionaire in the world.
Yes.
Because he's in everything and mostly tech.
Tesla, from Tesla to neuroscience.
Yeah.
So another thing that should be appreciated from him is doing something that is helping the society, building your society. Though he's making a lot of money, the other way is the inventions what he makes is helping us a lot to build up and focus towards other careers.
So how do like content creators how do they use AI tools to help them, push their contents to the public? How do they use it to make themselves popular?
Okay, AI writes the contents. Content creators' job is very easy. Maybe physically they check once or twice, and then just they put it on any social media. It gets viral.
Oh, okay.
It gets viral very easily.
Or they just do
Where
it.
you take 2 to 3 days to do that, a content writer or creator, they do it within few seconds or few minutes, and they are very successful. So
Yeah.
they are not able to focus or dedicate to one subject for 3 days.
Okay.
They do it in one day and then they move on to the next one.
They just do everything once.
Yes.
Let's move on to the next important thing.
Yes, it's like your popcorn now, 2 minutes noodles. Everything has become
Everything is
very
faster.
easy. Yes,
Yeah.
because of AI.
So do you know any ChatGPT tools? Wait, hold on. She's a tech genius. Where will she know? So please just give us some ideas on ChatGPT tools or any AI tools at all. Because I'm in help. I need them. I really need them.
We know a few AI tools,
Yeah.
like, mostly Gemini and ChatGPT are the
ChatGPT.
popular ones we use.
Okay.
So we want to know more. Just a few.
Okay, so you can try Perplexity AI,
Let's see.
Claude Matthias,
I've heard of Cloud.
Yeah.
Claude Matthias, Mathios, Claude Matthias, which helps the banking sector to do their business. These are the two upcoming ones, and to create image, there are a lot of image generators, and you need to
Canva?
just say Canva, and Canva. Yeah, free online AI generator,
Yeah.
because for few things you have to pay, but you have to search for free AI generators, free AI chatters, then you get a lot.
All right. So what are your opinions in AI or robots in classrooms?
In classrooms,
Yes,
teach
in
to the
classrooms.
students
As acting as teachers.
Okay, teachers, we have a very difficult role because
Yeah,
you come inside the classroom with all the things on your mobile phone. So we need to think out of the box. We need to prepare for 3 hours. We need to prepare for 6 hours to equip you people to give something different which you don't know, because you already know everything because of this AI.
Yeah, exactly. We're able to do things faster.
So whatever AI does, there's no empathy with it, or we have to put emotional intelligence with you and then get that touch to teach more than what you know people.
So for teaching, we still need humans because, they have the empathy. They can, understand students better. Robots can't do that.
Three
Just
jobs
teach.
can never be replaced by AI. Teachers, doctors, and chefs.
Teachers,
Doctors and chefs can never ever be.
So if I was looking for a career path, I would look for one of these three. I will make sure to do that.
It's like,
Okay, so you can say engineers could actually be replaced by AI or just they can't.
no, you can't say like their work can be replaced. Engineers
Not
cannot be, not them, because we eventually need them. Like if you have watched a video 2 days back, a housewife is wearing a camera on her forehead. A tailor is wearing a camera on their forehead. They're recording
Every process
every process, so that will be converted to a AI tech work.
to make things faster
To make
and
things
easier at the end of the day. So on the field, like when you're working, like what do you enjoy most about the work? Like, what makes you want to do more?
To be with my students, the excuses they give. You will not believe. They say, when I ask them, why are you late to class? They say, train punctured.
Train puncture.
Train punctured is a reason. So will you have the mind to punish them or laugh at them?
It's confusing. You don't really know what to do.
No, you should be very, very intelligent to grasp the answer. Will train get punctured?
Obviously not.
It will not, but that's the reason that they give
But
us.
sometimes they come up with very good excuses. So how will you be able to know when, the
No,
excuses?
with your experience, you will find out whether it is real or they are just doing it for fun. So, in our university, we have put the attendance in their QR code.
Oh,
So they cannot escape from us. They should be there before us, before 15 minutes. So you people are making it hard for us to make and set up rules with the behavior of what you do. Though AI is there, we are there physically present to shape you, control you, overall mentor you.
All right.
Yeah.
So at our school, we're doing departmental competitions. Do you do departmental competitions in your school?
Yes, we do it.
Yeah, I'm taking math and tech, obviously, because I'm in love with tech, AI.
I'm doing I'm doing physics. We're doing like a wave project. So like we're meant to use the tools that we have to make waves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Math, textual physics, chemistry.
Yes, we do. Every department, we have our own AI strategies. My university also has our AI policy framed by our Vice Chancellor, Professor Dili Dogo. We strictly follow it because now every continent has their AI policy. Every country has their AI policy and every government has AI policy. And every university also has AI policy to avoid plagiarism and other things. So we don't use only Kahoot. We use Mentimeter. That's also another tool to help you to do your quiz programs. Even our exams are based relying on those things. And we also set the question papers in such a way that you don't put the question on ChatGPT and ChatGPT
Can answer it. Okay.
That's why I told you, if you want to take class for 3 hours, a teacher should prepare for 6 hours. I want to set a question paper where you will be writing only for 2 hours. But setting up that 2 hours question paper, I need to see that AI is not helping them to get the answer.
Okay. All right.
So it is very difficult.
So you just need to calm down and do everything.
All right. So at what point, as we teenagers interact with AI, but are completely oblivious about it?
You want to know where you want to limit yourself?
Yes.
No, you cannot limit yourself.
Wow.
Because you search something on Google and showing upon your interest, Google is giving you a list of items that you want to watch.
Yeah.
What you want to read, what you want to watch, what you don't want to do, it's you who are going to decide it.
All right.
And when, as elders, when we say that don't do it, it's not going to be good, then you're not listening to us. You will only experience yourself and then you will decide, yes, let me not use it. And with these, you people as Gen Z kids, everything is a challenging task for the elders to manage you.
So it's all about how we react.
Yes. All right. Oh, but if we should, as teenagers, get our phones and they told us, oh yeah, study on your phone, time to write down something important. As teenagers, for 15 minutes or even 10, we will go to a new tab, open TikTok, and we'll start scrolling.
You'll be very creative with, not working. So you find a way to not do work, even when you're giving the tool that you want to use to do the work.
Oh, so TikTok and all these are banned in India and other Asian countries. I was also talking to my Vice Chancellor.
Is it for only school or for the entire for
Everybody under 15 years cannot use social media. It's banned in all the countries. Soon it will come in Nigeria also.
I think
Because we started comparing the mental ability when you're using a mobile phone and when you're not using a mobile phone. And most schools gave only handbooks. Books. We insist you to read from books and take little help from mobile phones. So the limitations of mobile usage should be under control. Then you can come up with all these things and scratch all the hurdles that you come across because of mobile phones. It's not only you, even we elders, we want to do some work with mobile phones. We don't go directly to that particular app or website. We just check WhatsApp, we check Insta and then go. It's the human mentality. But understanding the time limit given to us and the importance of the work, you need to fix the usage of your mobile phones.
Thank you so much for that. You really enjoyed this section so far. But we're going to have to, wrap up everything. It's been amazing having you here. I've learned a lot of things, and I hope that for everyone who is watching and for those here, you have learned a thing or two about, AI and which career choices to. So for me, the thing I'm going to take home for today is that the 3 career choices that are not going to be endangered at all are teaching, doctor, and chefs. So you guys should make sure you put this into consideration when you're, picking a career.
Yeah.
So we'd like to, give you a gift or, being here with us today, souvenir to take home with you. You have a Mind Bloom t-shirt for you. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy it.
Yes, I enjoyed a lot.
Yeah.
It is this podcast. What I did today is out of books.
Yes.
Usually, it will be technical questions: how to use an AI tool, how I'm going to program it, how the source code are going to be like this. I really enjoyed it.
We really
Thank you all, Dr. Day, for making me the first speaker of your Mind Bloom.
We're honored. We're honored to have you here.
Wish you
so
all the
much.
best, more speakers to come to enlighten you people.
Thank
All the
you.
very best.
So thank you everyone for watching. So we hope you're able to tune in for our next episode.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone.